Welcome to KocoSports. I am the huge one, kid, the idiot, Dave Koco from Wrestle AM, a podcast on YouTube, KocoSports, wherever you find your podcast needs. I also stream on twitch.tv/KocoSports. And soon we're going to be multi-streaming other places. As soon as I get the okay from the big boss man. We're going to do it. Yeah. So this is AEW Rampage review. We ask you win, loss, or tie. What did you think of it? October 27th, 2023. I think they had a bunch of pay-per-views together. Boom, boom, brought up that point. They had a scuffle, two in the back, and they lost control of their company. And I think they're back on track. This has been a really strong week, and I predict Collision will be really strong. So hopefully we're back on track of having great wrestling. Because if all the companies are doing good, that means pro wrestling's doing good. And if all the... You guys know, you've heard the speech. You've heard the speech too many times. This is probably one of my favorite episodes of Rampage that I've seen in a while. I'm giving it a win. Basically, I'm reading this off tpww.net, no affiliation whatsoever. You had a no disqualification match. Mike Santana defeat Ortiz via Burning Hammer, pinfall, and then they went to go bump fist at the end and didn't. I was never really that big of a fan of this team. This team was kind of average. I don't know. I just didn't have any feelings towards it. It was the Stinger of North America. I didn't really have that strong of feelings towards it. So when they broke up, I really didn't care. I didn't hate them. I was indifferent. And when they broke up, I was like, I don't care. But I thought they did a good job with the video packaging and the storytelling to get someone that's like, I don't really care about this to care. And it was a decent match, a lot, brawl, no disqualification. They also had a bunch of hardcore. And overall, I enjoy it. Mike Santana does beat Ortiz. And hopefully this starts off two good single careers. And we'll find out. But overall, for me not caring, I started caring a lot. And that's called booking and hype. Booking and hype. So, great job. Next, we got the AEW Women's World Championship at Collision. Now, I am super happy the women got time. I'm really happy that they did a number one contender shot. I enjoyed everything about this, but not everyone likes every cup of tea, okay? I would say this was men or women, but I got not nitpicks with the athletes, just nitpicks with the characters. First off, it doesn't matter if you're the Undertaker, Kane, Abyss, or the Man on the Moon. I don't enjoy, and I know I'm in the minority here, and I don't want to fucking ruin your tea. The spooky shit. It doesn't fucking get me at all. At all. I remember I was a WWE employee and a WWE wrestler, and we were sitting in the Ice Palace, aka I think it's the St. Pete Times Forum. They might have changed. Basically where the Lightning play. And real fans call it the Ice Palace, and real fans will always call it the Ice Palace. I was in the Ice Palace, and Undertaker was doing his entrance. This is 20 plus years ago. And the wrestler goes, "Look at that, goosebumps." And I go, dude, it's a purple light and fucking smoke. I'm fucking getting goosebumps for, dude. It's a tall fucking dude that couldn't make the NBA. So I know that opinion isn't shared by everyone. And I know it's going to ruin your credibility having a different opinion. That's still, most YouTube comments I don't give a shit about. I just want to react. I just go hey, have a conversation. But the one where you're like, I have a different opinion, your credibility's down the shitter. Oh my God, that fucking lives with me, and I laugh so hard. I even tell people in my real life, oh, your credibility's gone down the hill for having a different opinion. Do you like oranges more than apples? Fucking nerds. But I know I'm the only one or two people that are not into the spooky. And it's getting Halloween, so it makes sense. And I know most of people I talk to are big fans of Abaddon. So she defeats Anna Jay, Sky Blue, Willow Nightingale. I wish it was Willow Nightingale that won, but the athletes did a great job. Not into spooky. As time goes on, all right, fucking timeless Tony Storm rubs my nipples the wrong way every fucking time. Because Sometimes you say stuff and you're like, hey man, maybe I'm wrong. I'm just going to fucking throw this out into the world, and sometimes you're wrong. But sometimes you're so fucking right that it makes you extra sick. Timeless Toni Storm is taking away from women's wrestling. How many times did they cut to her? What is she? What is this, the fucking Kansas City Chiefs game? Is this a fucking Kansas City Chiefs game? We're just going to fucking cut away? Over-the-top gimmicks like this take away from great wrestling. And that's it. I love Toni Storm. I've loved Toni Storm since she traveled here in Japan. I've been a big fan of Toni Storm. I despise Timeless Toni Storm. And I know, it's a storyline. What's the storyline? What is it? It's a gimmick. It's not really a storyline. It's just fucking stupid. Now, some people might love it. Some people might not. But here's the thing. Toni Storm is a great wrestler. Now she has a gimmick. She never has to wrestle great again. She never has to have a good match ever again. I hope that she does. I hope she proves me wrong. But she never has to have a great match again. I don't know if she's injured. I've seen stuff on Twitter like, this is how she is all the time. Like, I don't think so. I don't think she goes around in black and white. But I could be wrong. I don't know. It's one of those things I'm like, oh, this fucking sucks. Guys, it really fucking sucks. Oh, it's growing. And I know I could be a wet blanket. Just going to throw it out there. If you disagree, go rewatch it and see how much they cut to her and it takes away from the match. Even when it is like they didn't even give Abandon her moment of winning and becoming number one contender. All right? There's a reason no one wants to watch Kansas City Chiefs games. Let's just stop. Where's it going to go? Is she going to fucking... oh, fuck. I don't know. It's just not for me. Nothing taken away from the athletes. I know you know why I don't really review TJPW too much? Because the people that watch TJPW are the type of people that are like, you can't critique a woman. Why not? If every single one of these women were men, I would still say the same goddamn critiques. I would. It was just, I don't like the spooky, and I don't like over-the-top gimmicks that take away from wrestling. It's her ticket to never have to wrestle good again. And it's to hide the fact that they can't fucking wrestle, most of the women in this division. And if she goes out there and puts on a banger, not, oh, I like women because I'm a pervert and never touched a boob crowd. I mean, like, the real fucking pro wrestling fans that watch it. You know, pro wrestling and pervert time are two separate things. We know this, right, boys? You don't know this. You honestly do not know this. But I hope that she proves me wrong. You know, I'm just going to throw it out in the world. Overall, I thought it was a good match. But, you know, if you gotta call it like I sees it. Gotta call it like I sees it. I could be wrong. And I hope I'm wrong. This is one of those, like, oh, fuck yeah, dude. You know? But we'll see. The main event was absolutely fucking fantastic. You got Takeshita defeats Kyle Fletcher via running knee. Absolutely loved it. And at the very end, Kyle Fletcher was insanely pissed off. And that's when he's like, join my family. Join. Believe in it. Kyle Fletcher joins Don Callis' family. So there you go. He was pissed. And it's going to be interesting because, you know, he still wrestles overseas and still wrestles over that. So it's going to be an interesting situation to see where it goes. And yeah. Overall, interesting. Also, another segment, Mark Briscoe makes a surprise return from injury at Friday's Rampage show, and he basically attacks Sabian, and I popped for it. I'm a big fan of the Briscoes, big fan of Mark Briscoe, and glad to see him back. And Abandon wins the 4-way. We already talked about that. But you get a shot at the AEW Women's title at Saturday Collision show. And Collision's tomorrow, and it's looking pretty stacked. It has a dream match, Kenny Omega versus MJF. I know some people are like, oh, well, you know, this should be a pay-per-view. I mean, let's just have good fucking matches, man. And plus, Kenny's on a losing streak. MJF's there. Also, when the calendar comes up, I don't know. But yeah, I'm hoping for a great match and looking forward to it. You got the AEW Women's Championship Fright Night Fight match. Like, here's the example. and I'm being mean. I'm being mean. I know I'm being mean. AEW World Championship, Kenny Omega versus MJF. AEW Women's World Championship, Fright Night Fight Match. You don't trust the women. You don't trust the women. Abandon versus Sheeta. Hopefully Sheeta wins, but who knows? It's Halloween. Maybe Abandon gets it and people go crazy. Jay White goes against the returning AR Fox, so super excited about that to see where that goes. I hope it gives it time and those guys try. I think AR Fox is a guy that I want to see more of on television, and Jay White, even though I'm known as a Jay White hater, I think he's one of the most improved wrestlers of all time. But, you know, at House of Black to be in action. They've been booking House of Black pretty smartly lately. I want to see where it goes. Granted, I don't like the spooky, but that's Halloween. You know what I mean? Let's get fucking nuts. I don't know. Yeah. So there you go. Overall, I give it a win. I know I was a little cranky and a little hard on the womans, but in reality, this is probably one of the better Rampages, and I give it a win. And I was kind of excited top to bottom, and I feel like they're bringing out the big guns. Dynamite, Rampage, so hopefully they keep it up. And, yeah. Collision should be interesting tomorrow. I'll do a review of it, and expect a New Japan review and a Noah review. Noah might have been posted before this. I'm not really sure. Anyway, like, comment, subscribe. I stream on twitch.tv/KocoSports every day. And I'm KocoSports on Twitch, Twitter, TikTok, X, Instagram, and the mean streets of Yokohama. With that, I am over. Hey, whoop.